Oh, that looks like full speed. That looks like full speed, guys. We didn't have a full speed map since a long time. I actually had a guess that we will have an ice map today with a 360 because Granadi would like to see it. But I kinda assumed that we have today a special map in one of these other styles, and full speed makes kind of sense. Was nothing that I super much enjoy now, because Div1 is gonna be so difficult on this. Always very random if I get that. I was watching earlier, but now of course is Cup of the Day. Ah, RIP. Oh yeah, that's an interesting match. Is this a match about who gets into Div1? Or are both teams still having the option to reach Div1? Yeah. Oh, we fall through the map? Great. Thought I would gain more. Okay, the flow trick actually gains a lot. Is it a single checkpoint double respawnable? What the heck? Have to try it out when I have a mistake. I'm forgetting about the double respawn. Yeah, it signs up. But only 31st. You know that this is not enough. Even though full speed is the kind of style where you won't drop that much. Because most of the full speed players that participate will get a good run through early on such an easy map for them. This was the one part that I fucked up with my PB. I didn't really speed slide to the right there. Finish! This has a chance, guys. This has a chance. It is only 25th, 26th. And on other tracks, I would say this drops out for sure. But on this map, I have hopes. First 5 minutes, ja. Also usually it is not enough. But as I said earlier, first of all there are some good players missing. But not necessarily full speed players. But secondly, mainly importantly, full speed players already got a good run through most of them. But yeah, I have to try to improve it again. But I was really happy with this run. Like, where can I actually gain more? At this point, it's for someone like me, full speed becomes very random at a certain level, and this is now random if I improve this PB again. I think that I will also make ghost off, because now this ghost is gonna be annoying. If you didn't know, I myself struggle to look at it, but you can see my split speed on the bottom right corner of the screen next to my gamepad overlay. Where you can see if I'm faster or less or slower in a checkpoint compared to my PB speed-wise. Yes! Oh, okay, another improvement. Ah, 35th, I'm fine. And my 66 would have probably made it. As you see, there is not much of a dropping. Actually keep it on. Shorty is playing. Oh, nice. Let's actually watch GPS again. Okay. Made it into Div 1. Yeah, this is the track of the day. A full speed map. It would have been enough, okay. So now I want to see. Yeah. Now I thought about it. Ah, this one works. Just that... How would you ever make that? Also, I think we're going a little bit back in time. The first full speed maps existed in Stadium in TMN ESWC as many most awarded tracks were full speed stylish. But back then you were not able to respawn, so maps were also not built in a way that a respawn would be doable. And we're going back into this time. This is just a map. You have to make sure that you don't need a double respawn. I mean, if you don't crash in a bad way into a checkpoint, then it's also not an issue. It would of course be a bit easier to achieve if you would see where the checkpoints are. Which you don't. Na gut. I didn't see now who you meant. The bad thing is that this is a possible down victory. And it's impossible for me to win. Also my goal here is top 32. If I achieve that, I'm happy. But I cannot really ask for much more. Because it's just full speed. Like, I do not understand full speed that much. And people are consistent in driving low 44s. So, like, even if I would drive my PB for my seating every single round, I would definitely drop out and most likely even drop out before top 8. Yeah, there are a few parts on this track where it feels Very dangerous to do extra speed slides. I did that in the seeding because I knew it was needed. But now in the match, in the knockout, I have to figure out where I want to do my speed slide. Because sometimes I'm also doing speed slide that don't even bring me time because I'm not really doing them well. Then I can also just spare them in the knockout. Have it much easier to get good lines. One speed slide is the one to the left there. But you see I'm 42nd out of 54 that survived this round. The people are consistent. You see also the top 4 are within 300s. But okay, they are not that much faster than my PB. If I would do the extra speed slides. The question is, will there be always also people crashing? Because these few tighter sections, you can just crash, you can't just touch there. Thanks, Basti. I'm also afraid of missing the finish, because this last bit of platform, which is very banked, pushes your car further to the right than you think. Like, you don't even have to steer, and you already get pushed to the right. If you think that you need to steer, and you steer yourself to the right, you might just lose. And wow, there were good players getting knocked out. Moose, True Noob also often very far on full speedish maps. But there was a small lag. Well, fine. Oh my god. There's no chance to win today. Like, any other track has higher chances. Any other track. But full speedish maps only have a chance if we play Chromas maps, where people go for risky ways and fail them. That's the only full speedish kind of map that you can win. Otherwise, full speedish maps are very nice to win if I'm not Div 1. Like in Div 2, Div 3, Div 4, I'm doing really good in full speedish cup of the days. Because in the seeding, it can happen that you drop into these divs. And there, however, I often figured out my lines a little bit better with less speed slides, but same fast as in the seeding or even getting faster. $8,000, guys. Oh. Also this is what I meant with this is unwinnable. Well, it was so close, it was 200, it's like every checkpoint in the end. And the end was slightly faster. Oh. But I'm also missing a little bit of time to my PB. I have to drive now faster. There were two very close moments for me. Okay, save. There we go. DNF. And so many red team tag names in the bottom. Wait, I was orange again. Naja, but it was earlier on obvious that it's enough. This was now a bit faster and it was also required. This is only the 32nd place with this 0.8. The 32nd place that I kinda want to get in this Cup of the Day. And I was within 3/10 to my PB. Mime, I'll cut this map. If you would just know where the checkpoints are. That would be easier to cut. What a choke, eh? Why do I get this song now? I'm 32nd. I got my goal. Yesterday I was 33rd, which was really shit. And now I'm 32nd. So it's 1-1 between those two positions. Like the 33rd place yesterday was really annoying because it was a tie. But more trophies weren't possible anyway, so it's fine. But it's crazy how much speed I must have lost towards the end. For whatever reason. Alright, but that's the best we can aim for on such a map. He has a completely different line than me. This is an easy round. Wait, Kanchika is... Oh my god, Kanchika. Does he have enough speed to stay ahead? Yeah. Also this round, however, no, when you see how I got knocked out, and now you see that even the yellow place is over 3 seconds behind, and even the guy in front of the yellow place is far behind. Also this was a garbage round, like what the fuck. But it doesn't matter, because there will be also a good round that I would never ever survive. Soonish, no? It can happen that there is a bad round, but it's of course a bit obvious that it comes right after I'm out. I mean, a full speed player like Simsalabim is still in red. He has now a bit more speed and overtakes people, but it takes him very, very long to do so. And he is good, like there were full speed tracks where he was about to win. Actually, he is still in danger, he has now less speed. Oh. Dude. This is the round where I would have been out, most likely. I mean, my PB still would make it, but... Now, after having a really bad round, it was just the cup of the day rule that we will now have a really good round. Now the question is, when will the round come where a red player in the finish, like a player that gets knocked out, draw faster than my seeding time? When will that happen? How early? Is it happening before the top 8? Because in theory, with my PB, it's such a round like the previous one would have been still survivable. Oh, there are a few people lagging. Hey, there are like 3/4 of the field is clean, and then there are like 4 cars lagging. Look at that. Like, what the fuck? What is this? No, this is Div 1. Nalax has an interesting approach for the start, but he has a 0.6 PB. He is definitely in danger with his time soon. That's a good start. But then you see this exit. These exits, to be honest, are I think the biggest issues for non-full speeders like me. To generate a perfect speed slide there, and then also one where you don't over-rotate. Close for Narlax, but he's in. He's in. With a 0.67. His PB is 63, his match PB is 63. Yeah, it's surely a better one in seeding, maybe. But, it was like a 0.70 or something from orange to red in this round. And was of course the last 4 KO round, so in theory it gets a bit easier. We have also Mime in. He tries super clean, no? It's just probably not the perfect angle, so he loses time to the first places. Here we have one of the jumpers. An author time. Did not get the author time yet, and is out. With a 0.74. So very consistently you need a 0.6 to survive. when is the jump that you need to 0.5? That's the question. Because the map is then still easy enough that people, now at the end of the knockout, should actually not crash. Okay, we have two groups of players. That's very interesting, because there is a clear gap between 8th place and 9th place. 8th place is just 400s away from first, and then there is a gap. And it's a fight between Yogurt and Nalax. Nalax still holding strong, but will he get overtaken here? No. But a bit longer, the track, and it would have happened. Also the first 9 were within 2/10. The 9th place drove for 55, which is faster than my seeding time, but there are still people slower each round. So if I was driving my PB every round, which is of course super unlikely to happen because full speed is super random to me, like my times are spreading also much more than the times of a full speed pro. They have a much bigger variation. But if I would do it, then I could still be in the top 10. I thought that we already would have a round at this point where 59 would be knocked out. Didn't happen yet. Let's see how it continues. Simsalabim is still in, who had that one bad round. So we have already one crash. So this round also has a chance to be doable, even though it's one of the more difficult ones, the last 2 KO round. And Nalax of course is not that fast, he will not drive my seeding time now. So actually it would have been possible to reach top 8, but only in theory. You needed in many rounds 0.6, so you needed to be very consistent. Good effort by Nalax, but yeah, this round was now too difficult. 2222 had a 63, also even he was behind. Lauchitz was beating my time. So Nalax and myself getting the same amount of trophies. Somehow Simsalabim has very consistently bad starts, I have the feeling. And down this time also a bit slower. And this right speed slide, Simsalabim got it so good. And he has the most amount of speed. Kanchika might save down though. Kanchika does save down. Kanchika. Mime is in first. Full speed player Mime. Ach, Kanchika. How does Down do speed slides? Is he more the tapping or more the smooth steering player? That was more the smooth steering. Oh, he lost his speed slide early on. He has low speed, and Simsalabim usually has good speed. It's 500s between them. Where is Simsalabim? There he is. No idea who's ahead. It is Simsalabim, down is out. And he's out with what time? Oh, he did a 0.6 as well. But Simsalabim's time was already faster than my PB at least. Actually, Nalax was doing that. No, not No, it was. Who was it? I saw one guy that was doing it. I think it was Nalax. I think Nalax was doing it. I didn't see it. I did the other flow trick. Not sure what is better in the end. But it's interesting. The snowstorm could actually be an easy way to get it very good. I think there was someone clipping on the inside, which can easily happen. I have a bug as well. Down is already out. Simsalabim was the one crashing. I cannot click on him as well. So he DNF'd, I guess. So only 5 players are playing. Hello Kanchika. You let down survive. But it was only for 1 round. Are you playing X today? Kanchika. Also, do you have a team? Like, I have already a team. Like, I'm playing with Shorty and Firestorm. I was rather asking if you also participate. Oh god, I just see how Mime is doing the speed slides. Look at his inputs, it's Ryulu-like. Do you see how fast he's tapping? I mean, okay, he is a keyboard player, of course. We had a mistake by Lauritz. This time, as the last told me, they actually raised the amount of teams that can play. So it should be no problem to still register. GG. No, FS actually works with all the devices. Mata himself is basically the best example because he has used keyboard, gamepad and also steering wheel now in FS. He had his own preferences. He liked keyboard a bit more over pad because in the speed sliding you have then a rhythm for each different speed that you have a tapping rhythm that he knew. So he didn't really have to look at his speed slides, if I understand it correctly. He knew he has a certain speed and then he was just tapping in this kind of rhythm and then he knew that the speed slide is perfect. While this tapping strategy of course doesn't work that good with a gamepad, you can still do it, but it's of course not as precise. With a gamepad you have obviously the possibility to hold a perfect angle, but having a feeling for these angles, that is the problem also for me. Like for me it's also easier if I tap with a gamepad. I'm often improving my PBs immediately when I start tapping. Even though that's obviously not that great, and I would like to hold speed slide angles perfectly by smooth steering. So we have a close round on the list. It's Mime versus Dave, and it is actually Mime in the final. And this round, by the way, I didn't actually look at the last ones. I think there was always a mistake. This round, red player 0.49, also unwinnable. So Adam has FS in his name. Mime draw for 0.31. Adam draw for 0.16. He is very close to the author time. And he has a beautiful line through the section here. He will go into the lead. But he had to end his speed slide quite early, I guess. Nah, it's fine. This was a tiny bit better by Mime, I would think. Because he landed further up on the sausage. What was this line? Interesting, but he has good speed. Mime is really doing well, but Adam has the same speed, and if he doesn't miss the finish, he will take it. And that's the case with a 0.21, while Mime was doing a good 36 as well, but actually far behind, because Adam was actually very, very strong. Fullspeed community not in shambles, as all the time writes. Mime has a cut in his name, true. True.